G'day General Math students. In the previous video we looked at the first type of depreciation method that we need to learn, which is the straight line method. In this video we're going to look at the other type of depreciation that's in this course, and that's reducing balance depreciation. So the formula is here. Okay, it looks like this, and these are the variables. So rather than V for value, we've got A for the book value after n years of depreciation, the original book value, so the original value of the stuff, the equipment or whatever it is that's being purchased, is that P value there. We've got the annual rate of depreciation as a decimal, is that I value, and then the number of years of depreciation is our N value up there. So it's a bit different to the straight line method. For starters, it's a non-linear equation. It looks a lot like the compound interest formula, which you may be aware is an exponential rate of growth. Here we've got exponential decay. So it's a bit like radioactive decay. The graphs tend to look like that sort of a shape. Okay, so if you're familiar with radioactive decay graphs, they look like reducing balance depreciation graphs. Right, so let's go ahead and use this formula with the example. We're going to depreciate the same equipment as in the previous video, the computer equipment that was worth $3,000, but we're going to use the reducing balance method instead of the straight line method this time. Right, so let's get the formula ready. Okay, so once, as I said before, it looks a lot like the compound interest formula, except there's a negative in there, which means that it decays rather than grows. So A equals, okay, so the equipment was originally worth $3,000, so I'm going to put that where that P value goes, and then I'm going to go 1 minus, oh, I nearly went to do a plus, let's rub that out a bit, 1 minus, okay, this rate here as a decimal, so 25% is 0.25, and then that's to the power of n. So A and n stay as they are as variables in the equation, but we replace the P value and the I value with those numbers. So we're going to substitute 6 years into this. So n equals 6. What's the equipment going to be worth under the reducing balance method? So A equals 3,000, bracket 1, take 0.25 to the power of 6. And so that works out to be 1 take 0.25 to the power of 6. That gives us $533.94. So 533.94. Okay. Oops, he's just disappeared. There he is. Okay, so that is the value of the equipment after 6 years. So when we complete the table below for the reducing balance method, we should get very close to that. Sometimes you might find a little off on that compared to the calculated value, because you might round off along the way to the nearest cent, and that can put you out a cent or two, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's go through the process of reducing balance. So the depreciation each year is going to be different. Okay, we call it a reducing balance because the amount of depreciation actually gets lower and lower year upon year. So for year 1, we're going to start off with $3,000 worth of equipment, and that will reduce by 25%. So we'll go by 0.25, and so it's going to reduce by $750. Okay. Now, what's different with the reducing balance is that we work out that same percentage, so on the next value. So if this 3,000 by $750, we subtract the 750 from it, take 750 and we get 2250. So it's worth $2,250 after that first year. Now that carries over into this value here, so 2,250 goes there. Now we find 25% of 2,250. So we always work with this percentage each time. We don't work with a fixed amount like we do with straight line method. So 25% of 2,250 is 562.50. Okay, so that's you see the amount of depreciation is lower for the second year. So if we add that to 750, that gives us the accumulated depreciation. So 131250. Okay, and so if we subtract that, so 2250, take 562.50. Now the equipment's worth 1,687.50. Right, so you can see that the level of depreciation year on year is going to change, so you've got to work that out each and every time. Righto, so once again, I want you to pause the video at this stage and then try and complete this table and see how close you get to 533.94 at the end. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to show you my Excel spreadsheet now, and here it is here for the reducing balance method. So you can see that I did, using the formula, you don't have to round off on this spreadsheet. So we definitely got the exact right answer. Like I said, if you're a couple of cents off, that's just because of rounding to 2 decimal places along the way, so that's okay. So go ahead and check these numbers, make sure that your table has the same numbers, and if you're satisfied with that, you can then go ahead and try the questions that are in the description for the video. Thanks for watching.